So before the day gets too hot, I thought I'd do just a quick little pour for you. I'm going to use my base, a white with a tiny bit of pewter silver in it. I'm going to layer 2 cups. The first cup will be all my blues and turquoise and yellow, and the second cup will be all the orange, pinks, purples, and reds. So without saying too much, I'm going to go ahead and get started with layering the cups. And then, oh, and it's going to be a flip cup. So 2 different flip cups on this 11 by 14 inch. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with the blue cup. I'm just going to put 1 layer of each. And these do have silicone in them. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and use this silver, pewter, and white mixture to do the base coat. This does not have any silicone in it. It's supposed to get 108 today. And although I have air in my studio, it blows right on my painting surface. So it's not the ideal painting environment when it is 108 outside. My father was an artist, and that's how I got started. He was into oil paints, and he would paint for everyone in the family: deer, portraits, flowers. He was a very wonderful artist, and then he started losing the vision that he had. His vision was kind of getting bad, and as he got older, you know, he couldn't see well enough to paint anymore, so he stopped. But I really loved it. Now he's passed on. 5 years next month. I miss him. He was one of my biggest fans. I do miss him a lot, but he was a wonderful inspiration, and made me very happy to have one of his beautiful paintings that he did for my mother. When they first got married, he did a bouquet of flowers, and I have that, and it's just lovely. I'm so grateful to have it. He taught me a lot about my color composition. He was really a very talented man. I got a lot of color theory from my father. He was pretty good at mixing colors and talking through the fact that cool colors mixed with warm colors makes mud, and it just depends on what kind of mud you want to make. And he did like to make mud because it would dance off a pure color or a very rich saturated color in ways that made his paintings absolutely sing. When I went to art school, I learned I love color. Color play is one of the reasons why I do this, because I love color play. I'm going to go ahead and torch out the bubbles real quick. That's a new canister here, so we have to be real careful. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to be real careful with this thing. This right here, I've got a brand new canister on, and they like to dance. When they first happen, they're like, yay, I'm coming out all at once. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue over here, and I'm gonna put the reds over here, and we're just gonna let those sit. So I thought I would show you this really quick before I get back to tipping the cups over. But here's one of my watercolor paintings. I collect carnival glass, and this happens to be some of my carnival glass with some fruit in a bowl over a lace tablecloth that was all scrunched up. But this one I did in March of 2002. It's been a long time since I've done any watercolors. And I love the transparency of them, and I love the color play. Anyway, we'll be back in just a second. Okay, I got myself a cup of coffee. I'm thinking this is ready to go ahead and pull down. It looks like the paint has traveled. I don't line my cups with silicone, but I do have silicone in the paints. So let's go ahead and pull this out. And I'm thinking I want to go right over here, and I'm thinking I want to go right over here. Okay, just so you can kind of see the contrast right here. If these two were mixed together in a cup, they would be mud. Go ahead and use a corner catcher. Well, I'll use my hands as a corner catcher. How's that? And I'm going to, wow, look at all the cells in the reds versus how quiet it is over here. So I'm going to do a quick tilt forward and kind of catch the paint in the corner, and then I'll bring it back down. Look at how that just really lit up the turquoise. That is literally lighting it up. And that's the kind of thing I absolutely adore. And now I'm just going to go ahead and turn it around. And again, I'm just going to walk the paints down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and torch this. I'm just popping all the bubbles in here. I'm trying to bring up some more cells over here. I see them popping through right here. Whoop. Ugh, don't shake it. Normally I make jewelry out of pieces like this. I don't know, I really love the cells. So as you can see, I put a lot of cells in my paintings. A lot of people think that makes it too busy. But when I'm cutting out pieces from my jewelry, I want it busy to give the smaller pieces a lot of interest. Hence the reason why I put a lot of cells. However, I have not made that decision yet with this piece. I'm not real sure if that's what I want to do or not. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of bring it down a little bit. There's a lot of red in here. I knew the red was going to be strong, but I kind of want to open up some of these little cells that I just put in there and give a chance for the turquoise and the blues to open up a little bit. So yeah, quick little pour, little stories. Okay. I usually wipe the edges off as I go. I do like to have a little bit of control over what flows off. The less paint you have on the edges underneath, the less it flows off all at once. At least that's what I find. So yeah, okay. So we'll just let that sit for a little bit. See what happens. There's a little bit of the pewter and the white showing through here. And then as you can see, there's little specks, little pearls of the white silver. If they get larger, that would be fine. I wouldn't mind. I love this right here, this webbing of the turquoise and the reds and the oranges right here. Kind of looks southwestern. And I love the white webbing through here, the white silver webbing. Looks like somebody dropped the paint in there. Of course, as you've seen, that didn't happen. And this part right here, I love the contrast of that. The contrast of the orange pinks and purples against that green turquoise. And then right here, you'll see just a little bit of green turquoise webbing. It really is lovely. And then over here, you'll see the red webbing amongst the green and blue. Oh yeah. This is just absolutely gorgeous, and as it develops, it just keeps getting better. I'll bring you in for a close-up, and then that will be it for today. Okay, here's the finished results. It's dried beautifully. I love the color play of how the red grayed out over the cool colors on the right side. It just makes the blue turquoise underneath just pop. And as you come over to the other corner, which I adore, you can see how the red and green right there have grayed out just a little bit. Still makes it pop. Just lovely. Yeah. So I want to thank you for coming with me on this journey of balancing warm and cool colors. And I want to wish you all much peace and love. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.